Now, bringing you the very best in New Hampshire-based local music on IPMNation.com and 100.1 The Planet, this is Local Outbreak.
Get your head off of the ground. Sing a song with a new sound. Turn around, don't move too fast. This melody is built to last. Hallelujah. Sing. Hallelujah. Walk a mile in someone's blues. Take a step and move those shoes. The train rolls on from here, I know, I am certain. Sing. Hallelujah. We will sing. Hallelujah. Oh, yeah. Sing it, yeah. So let the water hit your face. Drip back to a better place. Turn around, don't move too fast. This melody is built to last. Sing. Sing it, yeah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. We will sing. Hallelujah. We will sing, we will sing, hallelujah, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. We will sing, hallelujah, hallelujah. We will sing, hallelujah, hallelujah. We will sing, hallelujah, hallelujah. We will sing, hallelujah. Sing it to you. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah.
Tom Rousseau is here. Let me get that mic up for you, sir. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Really looking forward to hearing you play. By the way, that opening track, Sing Hallelujah, which I really love. That's so good. That's so good. And also, too, we have Kate Shimke from Darling Hill is in studio as well.
Good morning.
Y'all are family, huh? You
Yes, we are.
Cousins?
Yeah, I watched him play music when I was a kid, so
Oh, very cool.
definitely inspired me for sure.
She watched me didn't grow up when I didn't grow up.
We both had he got me hooked on Elvis Presley.
Oh, no kidding.
That's how it all started.
Oh, very cool.
He does a good Elvis impression.
Oh, excellent. Well, we might have to hear that later. Well, Tom's got his acoustic guitar out, and he's going to play live for us. And then after that, we'll listen to another studio track, and then we're going to talk for a bit. And but I'm really looking forward to hearing this. And Tom, this is The song you're going to play, this has not been recorded. This is
Yeah, this is actually a new song I am writing. Was even adding a few lyrics this morning.
Very cool.
But yeah, this is a newer one, so just trying to kind of work it out.
Wow. So cool. So this is like an exclusive. This is
Like
a world
an
premiere.
Yeah.
Uber premiere.
This could be make it or break it right here. Like I'm either going to Hollywood or I'm not going.
Very nice. And what's it called? Or do you have a title for it
I do.
yet?
That Someone Was You is the name of the song.
That Someone Was You.
Yeah.
All right, very good. Yeah, whenever you're ready, go ahead, ladies and gentlemen. Tom Russo live in studio, brand new song.
Give it a go.
All right.
I took my chance on luck. Luck took no chance on me. I belong to where I was. Something's got a hold on me. I was all over the road. It took someone to see that someone was you. That someone was me. I told the world of love and everything it could be. Love up and walked away. Until the day it was free. Love came back to show the way. It took someone to see that someone was you. That someone was me. In the back, in the black, in the dark by the moon. In the white, in the light, in the truth we retune. I took my chance on luck. Luck took no chance on me. And I belong to where I was. Something's got a hold on me. I was all over the road. It took someone to see that someone was you. That someone was me. That someone was you. That someone was me.
Tom Russo here in studio.
Thank you.
That sounds finished to me.
I'm glad I just threw the bridge in. The bridge was
That
written.
was awesome.
Bridge was written at about 5 a.m. this morning,
No kidding.
and practiced for the first time in front of you about
Yeah.
2 or 3 minutes ago.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. No, I love it. That is excellent. Well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to play another studio track from Tom Russo, and then we're going to come back and talk and get to know him. But this is called Broke Heart. Check this out, and then we'll be right back. Tom Russo live in studio.
This is the end of me, of you, of us. Where did we lose our way? Our love, the trust. This is a new start. This is my broke heart, with all its scars and pain. How much we both have changed. This is a new start. This is the best part. I'm walking down the road alone, walking down the road alone. I thought you spoke the truth. This is a new start. This is my broke heart, with all its scars and pain. How much we both have changed. This is a new start. This is the best part. I'm walking down the road alone, walking down the road alone. And then up from the ashes comes a wind and all its chances, and you can find me there. And it's all sand and gravel, it's nothing I can handle. And I'll reach beyond my yesterday, I'll reach beyond my yesterday. This is the end of me, of you, of us, to where I lead. Where did we lose our way? Our love, the trust to come back. This is the start of me.
I like that a lot. That track is called Broke Heart, and that is Tom Rousseau, who is here with us live in studio here. We have Tom Rousseau as well as Kate Shimke from Darling Hill, who was on with us. When were you on? At the time, it all runs together for me. It was a few months ago, right?
Right before Halloween.
Right before Halloween, okay.
Right before Halloween.
Gotcha, yeah. And then, so as we mentioned earlier, so the two of you are cousins.
Mm-hmm. We are.
And have you made music together? Do you appear on each other's projects at all? Or
Yeah, I don't think we've made music together, no.
I've booked him at my house. Remember, I have like a backyard where I book music.
Yeah.
So I've had him play at my house. We've split gigs before, I think at Marco's and Ayer, but we've never worked creatively together, but I would like to.
We fight a lot. We just don't get along.
So is drama.
No, we don't.
No, I mean, maybe that's a conversation we should have on the ride home.
That's right.
Oh, there you go.
We'll write the song on the ride home as well.
Or you can have it here. It'd be good radio.
Sure.
Studio tracks, Tom. Where are these recorded? They sound great.
These are mostly, well, actually all New Hampshire, Clark Creative in Amherst. he's done a couple of them. Also, Boardhouse Productions. He's in Brookline, right? Pete Peliquin.
Okay.
He
That's
worked
a.
with Glitter Tooth. Yep.
Oh, okay. I was going to say
And Fox
that's
and the Flamingos.
that's a familiar name. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
a lot of these may have started at my house in my own little small studio, and then I'd bring the tracks over.
Okay.
Kind of continue on from there.
Yeah.
But yeah, Brocart, I think you played that. Sing Hallelujah, those were both Clark Creative.
Yeah.
But I try to change it up a little bit too, to just see what sound I'm getting, and because you definitely get different sounds based on where you go, or different inspiration.
Yeah. Absolutely. How many studio tracks have you recorded? How much do you have out?
It's tough to say because I have a lot with either other bands or other. I had a solo release, I think, in 2008.
Okay.
They're not all on there, but you can find them on Spotify. And
Yeah.
over the years, it's tough to really say. Like now, recently, in the last year, I've released, I think, 3,
Okay.
maybe 4.
Okay.
But you've been playing your whole life.
Yeah, I've been playing
He's
my
been
whole
playing-
life and recording my whole life. It's just,
Yeah.
So he's probably got a lot.
yeah, they're not all up. You know, we're now actually getting a lot of the old stuff from old bands I've been in, and
Oh, no
That's what I
kidding.
wanna hear.
yeah, we're taking that and kind of fixing it a little bit, making it sound a little cleaner,
Yeah.
louder. So we will be releasing that. I had an old band called On 4.
Oh,
And-
I feel like I remember On 4.
Do you?
I think so.
We were around here for quite a while.
Okay. Yeah. I was going to say the name's familiar.
That was the young band.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, for the most part, I've been trying to record as much as I can
Now,
continually.
do you play with any bands now, or do you strictly do solo?
Mostly just solo.
Yeah.
Yeah, solo. Unless I had opportunity where somebody needed a band or a duo.
Right.
But it's nice playing by myself. It's just I can't blame any of the mistakes on anybody else.
Right. But it's easier in terms of scheduling and decision making
there's
and
not-
all that, right?
There aren't 4 people trying to come up with a schedule.
Right.
Correct.
Exactly. How long has it been since the last time you played in a band? Have you been a solo artist for a long time?
No, I think last time I was actually playing in a band was pretty steady in 2000.
Okay.
2000 to 2005-ish, I
Yeah.
think. And then before that, it was mostly all bands. Like, I didn't really start solo until moving back from Atlanta.
Oh, no kidding.
That was like 90. I'm getting my years all messed up. Who knows? Somehow the story makes sense. But once I started doing solo, I just built up the confidence to do it a little more.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I may have had to repeat songs. Maybe I didn't, but maybe I did.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would just go out and try to pick up as many kind of little small venues here and there. But
Are you from here originally?
yeah, yes. Temple, New Hampshire now, but always New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Temple, Greenville, Mason, New Hampshire.
Okay. And then but you lived in Atlanta for a time?
Atlanta, moved there in right about time of the Olympics.
Okay.
Moved down there with a band
Oh.
before the Olympics, and we played for a couple years in Atlanta.
Okay, interesting. So so the whole band moved together
Yeah.
from here to there?
From here to there.
Was that on 4 or was that somebody else?
That was on 4.
That was on 4.
Yep,
Okay,
yep.
wow.
So, and that we started as 4 people in the band, then it became 3 people. It was a three member band when we moved to Atlanta, but
Yeah.
we're all still really good friends.
Yeah. Now that's interesting because you don't hear stories like that much where a band decides to all move together.
Yeah,
Like,
we actually moved we didn't really even know where we were going to live.
Wow.
So not really a lot of money, just kind of stayed with somebody for a couple weeks type thing, and then
yeah. So you really believed in what you were doing, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And why Atlanta?
actually a lot of it was the Olympics. You know,
Oh, okay.
with the Olympics coming in and the excitement
Yeah.
of the Olympics, just and things were happening there. A lot of music. We were getting sick of playing in the winter.
Yeah.
and then we suddenly were able to play during the day.
Right.
You know, it wasn't screwing up our schedule at all.
Interesting.
And we traveled a lot of college type gigs.
Yeah, no doubt. How long were you there in Atlanta?
I think it was right about 2 years.
Okay.
two and a half.
Okay. And then did you all move back
We all,
together or what happened then?
No, like a few stayed there, and a few stayed there. I came here.
Oh, okay.
One of the members, Sean, went out to Colorado. I think John stayed in he was in Florida and North Carolina, and
So Atlanta broke up the band ultimately.
yeah, right. Right. No,
in a sense.
we did have a great time.
Yeah,
we
no,
kinda,
that's good.
We had gone there with really being into the band REM, and
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Athens, Georgia. So
Yep.
we were kind of intrigued by that.
Yeah. Excellent. What was the music scene like really different there, just in terms of
It was just there were just a lot more places to play.
Yeah.
Like you didn't have to like rely on two places in a local area.
Sure.
And it was just more exciting,
Yeah.
and people seemed to be a little bit more willing to have music all the time.
Interesting. Yeah.
The schedule was a little different. A lot of those gigs would start at 10 at night.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it'd be 10 to 2
Oh.
to 2 a.m.
Oh, okay.
So our life changed a little bit with the schedule, but
Yeah.
we enjoyed it.
Yeah. Cool. And then, so was it weird coming back here because it's so? I mean, it sounds like it's really different there in some ways.
Yeah, it was weird coming back where the excitement wasn't the same. You know, like we were excited to be back, but we didn't have. I was excited to be back, but didn't have the momentum. And then when we would come up to visit, the same deal. We'd feel
Right.
like, what's there to do up here?
Right.
But we just spent so much time playing music together and practicing that we really didn't always care as much where we were.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely two different places. We were probably excited to just get out of that cold and stop hitting the frost heaves.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, no, it sounds like it was a good experience. Does any of the material that you did in On 4, do you still do that today as a solo artist? Or?
Not really. I may have done like one of the songs recently or on a different album, but not really. I mean, once in a while I'll go back and listen to some of those. Or the guy that was in the band with me, Sean, we're kind of in talks right now, and might even be a new song coming that we're kind of so we're excited about that.
Oh, cool.
Maybe he's listening right now and shaking his head no. I don't know, but, I believe that's what's going to happen. But,
Right.
I think most of us have moved on with a lot of the older songs, and they're all there, and we're excited about those still. But it would be nice to do something new.
Yeah.
Especially to see what we might come up with now versus because we felt we were pretty great back then.
You were great back
well,
then.
but years
I got to witness that.
years later.
Yeah.
You listen and you're like, well, that guitar was out of tune. I wasn't singing right.
Nobody notices stuff like that.
But it just shows you can always keep getting better.
Yeah, no doubt.
I've seen some people get worse, so that's possible. That is possible also.
Do you miss being in a band or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just miss the playing off of each other in terms of where the music is going.
Yeah.
I do, but it has to be always the right band. I've always been lucky enough to always be in the right band. Like every band I've ever been in has worked for me.
Yeah.
So it's never been like, wow, this is like, it's only taken me somewhere else in terms of music. So
Yeah. I think we should play another studio track, but I'll let you pick. I think we have a couple that we haven't played yet.
Let's see. Why don't you let's do "Should I Be Afraid"? It's a little unique.
Should I Be Afraid?
I wrote that song the day of the studio time was booked. I actually started the night before and finished it on my lunch break, and then I ended up at Board House Productions that night, tracked it with Pete, and that's how the story is.
Is there a story behind the song itself, or?
Probably not really.
Okay.
I have a good friend on it, doing a rap. He goes under the name Bug Out.
Okay.
His name is Brian Ladd. Sorry if I've...
Oh, yes. I know who that is.
You know Brian?
I think I do. I think I've met him at least. I don't know him.
He was in
but
Granite State.
I'm sure I've met him.
Kind of a hip-hop type guy.
Yeah.
Brett Wilson of Roots of Creation is playing guitar on this one.
Oh, cool. Excellent.
Rick Carr's on drums, doing some different, just had him kind of come in. But yeah, nothing too special. It's a pretty straightforward song.
All right. Well, let's give this a listen. So this is Should I Be Afraid? Tom Rousseau is with us in studio. We'll play this and then we'll come back and talk some more.
again to tell you all of my sins. I'm not a perfect man. I'm hard to understand these days. It's taken most of me. What's left is hard to see today. Now it's time to sink or swim. I'm not afraid to start again. Some say I'm wasting time, but it's only mine to give. Well, you were making up your mind. I decided to live. Should I be afraid? Should I be afraid of what I do not know? Of what I do not know? I let the sun shine in. I let the sun shine in to dance with my soul. Should I be afraid? Should I be afraid of everything I hold? Of everything I hold? I let the sun shine in. I let the sun shine in. Shine it where I go. And now the wheel it spins. We all have a different sin. I'm not a perfect man. Just be the best I can say. It's taking most of me. What's left is hard to see today. Should I be afraid? Should I be afraid of what I do not know? Of what I do not know? I let the sun shine in. I let the sun shine in to dance with my soul. Dance with my soul. Should I be afraid? Should I be afraid of everything I know? Of everything I know? I let the sun shine in. I let the sun shine in. Shine it where I go.
You know, in hard times, it's always darkest before the sunrise. I can't hide forever, but it feel like it's hard to find. Trying to keep focus, it seem hopeless. I've been noticing my age, catching up in the eyes of my oldest. To try to hold this moment, it's gone before I know it. The calm before the storm is all. But what I notice, I broke this as a reminder when they can no longer find us in mind, searching for diamonds, and we faded into silence, huh?
Well, that is very cool. That is Tom Russo. And Tom, remind us, who is that at the end?
That is Bug Out.
Bug Out. Yeah, that is very cool. That's you know, it's cool too how it's just at the end, and so you have no idea that it's coming, but it sounds so natural. It perfectly.
Well, I'm glad you said that, because when I had the idea to put it there, and he is a hip hop guy. If you know Brian from Granite State,
yeah,
he's like, oh, nobody's ever really done that in the term. You know, it's not like I'm really planning it that way, but I liked it in that fact that it it didn't start at the beginning of the song where you had any idea it was going to come in at all.
Right. Yeah, because usually when you do hear anything even close to that, it's usually in the I'm sorry, not in the beginning, in the middle.
Right.
You know, like where you might expect a guitar solo, you'll hear a verse of rapping, but to put it at the very end, I'm trying to think of. I can't think off the top of my head of another example of somebody doing that. Although I feel like
I'm sure it's definitely been done, but it's
but it's cool. It's kind of it's surprising, but it's almost subtle at the same time because it just fits. It fits
Right.
so perfectly.
Well,
you
and
know?
actually, the thing I was really happy about, if you listen to the lyrics, and he came up with those lyrics. I basically told him this is what the song is. Just I want you to do your thing.
Yeah.
But his lyrics are meaningful too. Like they fit the song.
Yeah.
And that's his style. That's the way he is. That's the way he does it, and he's a natural at doing it. So
Yeah.
I was like, I've never had a rap
Yeah.
on a song.
gonna
And even
ask
earlier, Conchetta was the one singing with me on "Sing Hallelujah," and she was somebody from the studio where I had gone to and recommended her, and she sang the national anthem at Red Sox Yankees game just
Oh, really?
recently. She's worked with a lot of big people. She just came in and sang that, and that's what that song needed. So
Yeah.
same deal with this song is it felt cool to put it there. I'm sure some people might not like it, or maybe a true hip hop person would be like, because they're not listening to the other stuff. But,
Sure.
But I think it fits.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're just joining us, we have Tom Russo here live in studio with us. Are you recording an album, or are you doing an EP, or what's your trajectory there?
I guess I've taken a different approach this time, where it seems like I'm doing it as singles.
Yeah.
And then the way I look at it is, then if I had 10 different singles versus an album, it gives me 10 different opportunities to be in front of somebody.
Yeah.
I think the idea eventually would be to have enough songs that an album would be made, or maybe then kind of redone and the best of 20 different songs, and maybe it would be one album. But
Yeah.
I guess it's tough to say, because if they're done and recorded, I want to keep going.
Right. Yeah, we live in a time where, you have so many different options as far as how you release things, and whether you want to put out a single or an album or an EP, or a lot of guests we've had on the show recently too, they talk about, just releasing singles, and then once all the singles are out that they want for that album, then releasing an album of those singles, which is interesting because it's, an obvious inversion of how it was when we were growing up, where, a single would come out a little bit before an album, and then the album would come out, and then any more singles would come out after the album was out. But now it's like you can do anything you want to with the internet.
Well, and the Beatles did it all that way, if you think about it. They had different arrangements, collections of songs, and different U.S. versions versus other versions, and they just keep making different albums.
Yeah.
Which people like that, though.
Right. Absolutely. Are the Beatles a big influence on you? I hear some of that.
Definitely. The Beatles have always been probably really one of my, the influences I've had have been the Beatles, Elvis.
Yeah.
In the beginning, that's who they were. Buddy Holly, Roy Orbison, Everly Brothers. But yeah, Crowded House, Squeeze. Those are bands I've really been into, and I've been into a lot of singer-songwriters like Sean Mullins, Chris Christopherson, Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson.
Yeah.
Tom Petty is actually a huge influence on. I just like the style of writing.
Yeah.
So Tom Petty is somebody that can encourage me that I can just write a song the way it should be written, which is just write it.
Well,
as simple as it can be.
Right. What is there a process in terms of do lyrics come to you first, or do you think of a melody first, or does it change? Or
it seems to change now. It's probably few words. Something will just start. Could be a phrase. Could be 4 words that it's the words that make me think of the melody, and then it kind of takes off from there.
Yeah.
And then I either know, like, it's worth going, or it's, I either have to convince, if it's good, I have to convince myself it's good. If it's not, I walk away from it, or a little confusing, but it comes in so many different ways. It could be, you could say something to me that I had never known about, and maybe that could inspire me to write something.
Yeah. Does anything you write ever wind up sounding really different when you record it than what you had envisioned?
Yeah. Yeah.
The reason I ask is it sounds like you're very open to, like having Bug Out on that track, or having, I forget the name of the singer on,
Conchetta.
Conchetta. It sounds like you're very open in that sense, in terms of having, having things kind of take a left turn, from what you may have originally envisioned.
I think it's easier now at my age because I can keep working for the song.
Yeah.
When I was younger, you'd be 4 guys in a band and everybody has their part, and everybody has their opinion, which is fine, but sometimes it holds things up. It can take longer in this sense, where you're still building songs, but you are taking the time to, like, you're getting smart enough to know if something doesn't fit, like, you're taking it out. Like, so there are tracks that I paid studio musicians to come in on some of these songs.
Yeah.
That were great parts. It's just, it didn't work for the song. I had a violin on a song coming up called Greet the Sun, and the violin's beautiful, and I've played that version to people who like it, but it just didn't work.
Yeah.
That would have been harder to do in the band if you played the violin and I said to you, hey, I really, the part that we all really liked last week, we don't like it anymore.
Right. We have a call. I think somebody has a question for you.
Hey, man, it's Mike Doyle.
Hey, Mike, how you doing?
Good morning to you. Good morning to your guest. Hey, I just turned you on. I thought maybe, I said, he's playing music. Maybe he's not on today or something. And I ended up listening to the song, and I got to tell you, that song was fantastic. It was, who doesn't that fit the words, I'm not a perfect man? You know what I mean?
Right.
It starts making you reflect on yourself and friends and the whole world. And with all the stuff going on these days, I mean, who's a perfect man? There's probably only one that we all know. But I don't know. It's a great song, great lyrics, great music, great vocals. And I'm not a rap guy at all, but that ending, catches you. I'm thinking here it's going to be a soft landing for the ending, and all of a sudden the rap, and it fit. It fit. It wasn't overbearing. It wasn't, and it was just enough. So I just wanted to say, great song all the way around.
Well, thank you very much. That's really cool to hear, because I don't know who you are, and it's neat to hear.
That's coming from a 65-year-old man who's lived in Manchester all his life, and he's definitely not a perfect man. That's all I can tell you.
I'm glad you picked up the phone.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Appreciate your music. I'm going to look deeper into what else you do.
Thank you. I'll keep singing them for you.
Excellent.
All right, man. Thanks.
All right, Mike. Thank you for the call. Appreciate it.
All right. We'll see you.
All right. Bye-bye. Yeah, it's interesting what Mike was saying. That's exactly what we were talking about. That the part at the end with Bug Out. It's a surprise, and yet it just fits so seamlessly into the song.
Well, and what's cool here is I might think that somebody just hears the song and they go about whatever they're doing, but he actually heard my lyrics, and he recited back what he just heard.
Yeah,
and he had meaning in what he heard, and to me that's probably one of the coolest things I've ever really experienced, to have somebody just call.
Right.
And it's not my uncle that called in.
Right.
Of course it could be. Thanks, Uncle Mike.
Right. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that's got to give you chills, right? When somebody really, when they give you more than just, I like that song, when they actually get something from the lyrics, that's awesome.
Well, and even you bringing up the rap. See, you brought up something to me that was already a discussion between myself and Brian that did the rap. Like, well, it's, but I didn't come in here and ask you, hey, what do you think about that?
Yeah.
Like, you brought that up on your own, and he just called in the same way. He was surprised to hear that. So I guess that was effective in how it's supposed to be in there. So
yeah. Well done.
Thank you.
That is awesome. So yeah, kind of circling back though to what we were talking about. So are you before about the singles? So are you just kind of doing singles for now and then kind of see where it leads? Or
Yeah, I mean, I think I would like it to lead somewhere where I just keep making better songs, right?
Yeah.
And then I make it to the point where you just can't deny it anymore.
Right.
Like, I'll just keep throwing good songs at people. And then I'm going to just end up where that's going to take me, which could then mean playing more music, full-time original music or selling music or just getting it everywhere. So I think the intention would be to just keep going in the direction that I don't want to do it. I've never done it just as a hobby.
Yeah.
I've always in the background of anything I've been doing, plugging away.
Do you play out a lot? Are you doing a lot of shows?
I'm playing fewer now. I mean, there was a point where I used to play, 15, 18 times a month and work a full-time job.
Yeah.
I'd say now and once I get going again, it's probably on average maybe more like 5 to 8 times a month. More than that.
How many times did you say a month? How many times did you say?
Oh, before?
Yeah.
15, 20, 17. But
that's crazy to me.
But that would be because I was saying yes to every gig I'd be offered.
Right, yeah.
That's a lot, man.
They would call and I'd say...
And you were working?
Yeah, but I'd be playing a Monday night, Tuesday night, a Wednesday, a Sunday.
Yeah.
And eventually I decided, actually that's when I decided to start getting back into focusing on recording my music. I was like, I'm not going to record my music and play all these gigs. So
yeah.
But I'm just more selective now. I have some coming up. I'm playing in Peterborough, New Hampshire at a nice little family diner Christmas Eve called Beepa and Lulu's.
Yeah.
And I went to school with both of the people that own the place, and I was in there recently, and they asked me, and I'll come in and do that. So I've let a lot of things happen. I don't really search for it as much anymore.
Right.
I do have a booking agent. Once in a while, I'll get some calls. But yeah, I just kind of go where I think I should be.
Go where the road takes you. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Now, do you have anything coming up that you want to mention? Any shows in the area that?
Yeah, I wish I wrote them down. That's the thing.
Or you can tell us where to find them
I
online.
actually don't think I have. I think I have one coming up. It's like January 13th, but that's in Hillsborough.
Yeah.
At a place called Main Street Grill. I have a show coming up over at Hampshire Hills. A couple of those.
Yeah.
What is that called? The Hills.
The Hills.
The Hills. But I will start. Like this time of year, always like December, and it's a little slow, and then it will get warmer, and then I'll be playing like maybe some seacoast things and some places around here. But really now I'm just trying to really refine my sound, get better with my equipment. Learn my equipment a little bit more in terms of sound, because I just put stuff on the floor, and I don't turn too many knobs, is what I'm saying.
Right. We should tell people too. So what's the best way for people to find you online who want to follow your music, and part of why I think it's especially important to make that clear with our listeners is because not everyone's going to know how to spell your last name.
That's true. Yeah, we should correct that. So it is Rousseau, Rousseau. That's how I'm sure all you had a pen when I just said that as well.
But those in the chat room, I've dropped Tom Rousseau Music's Facebook link right there for you.
I would, and I would say now, what I try to do now, and I've been encouraged to do this more, is just get people to stream more. Like go on Spotify, listen to whatever you want, go on iTunes Music, go on Amazon Music, Apple Music. So it's all out there. So it's all there for people to get it free.
Yep.
I think now the idea is just really getting people to share it. Like I didn't really get that until a couple years ago. I have my friend Louis Gendron there that wrote Broke Heart with me. He actually started off that song. He was more the main writer. Then I came in. He's been the one plugging for me to do that. He's like, you got to get people to stream it, because if I had a stack right now of 300 CDs, and I even told you that it was $2 for the CD, you might not buy it.
Right.
It's people don't care about that anymore. So
Some people do.
Right.
It's interesting how.
I would want a CD.
Yeah, I mean, physical media has really kind of hung on, but some people, like, if they're really into an artist, they want the art and the liner notes and everything, and we had we've had actually like Byron G and Cody Pope when they were on a couple of pretty young hip hop guys, and they're like, oh yeah, we still put out CDs because some people still want physical media, but it certainly has changed a lot. I think it was in 2022. I hope I have this right. Was the first year that vinyl actually outsold CDs.
I think you're right about that.
Yeah.
I think you're right about. I miss albums.
Yeah.
I miss having those big sheets and liner notes and stuff. But I'll tell you, you're definitely on my playlist, which is why I don't know a lot of current day songs. Before the show, you had asked me about a current day song. My playlist is pretty much all independent artists. So I really don't hear a lot of modern stuff.
Now, but you had only just heard it recently, right? I wasn't on your playlist.
Right. No, you're going on my playlist.
Oh, good.
You are coming onto my independent playlist.
That'd be bad if, I've had you on my playlist for years. We've just met.
No, I'm not that quick.
Yeah.
Turns out it's a different Tom Russo. Tom Russo, RUSSO.
I was approved and I did not even apply. I would say finding, even for music, I'll be out more and more playing again live. So somebody usually can kind of go search. I'll always post my gigs on Facebook. Mm-hmm. I do have the musician page and my private page, but over the years, half of them come in on my my personal page, and I still accept them because it's just like, well, that's what they find.
Right.
So I think there's Tom Russo music and Tom Russo. But I'd say share that music as much as you can. Mm-hmm. For sure. I don't know. Do you have time to play that one last song? Or?
Oh yeah, that's how I want to end.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's how I want to end.
I don't want to wear out my welcome here, and I'm very curious about that bike, and if anybody laughed at you when you ride that bike.
Yeah, so there's a bike in the it's
looks
kind
like
of a
lot
bike, kind of a scooter. It's a bike scooter.
I was going to say a lot of that bike is missing.
Somebody won that at the Miracle on Elm Street, which is an awesome fundraiser that's done here every year, and all the money and toys and things that are raised stay right here in Manchester.
That's pretty cool.
And go to Manchester Kids. Yeah. So that was part of a raffle prize.
It was probably called the Miracle on Elm Street when they saw it actually rolling. Because look at it.
It's only got two wheels, so nobody can see.
I would have to get on it, and I'd be like, I do not know what to do.
I don't touch things like that. I value not breaking any more bones.
I think it looks really cool, though.
It does look cool. It does.
So we will, so we're going to end the hour with this song, Greet the Sun. What should we know about this, Tom, before we play it?
This actually, to me, kind of started a lot of this off. In me recording again, actually, I wrote the song on piano, which isn't really what I would do. So I play piano on the song. A friend of mine's playing with me as well, but it just seemed really easy to write because I wasn't playing a guitar, so I really didn't know what I was doing, so I didn't know what I couldn't do.
Right.
It was more just playing it, and it sounded right. But I don't know. It seems to this seems to be a song that will always be an end of the album song. It feels that way to me. It's kind of slow, but it has a certain melody, a feel that I wanted to get through, and I think it happened.
Yeah, well, perfect.
But pretty simple, pretty simple overall.
Perfect way to end the segment then. Excellent. Tom Russo, thank you so much. This has been wonderful.
Well, thank you very much for having me.
Absolutely.
Great.
Absolutely.
Thanks to my cousin Kate over here.
Yeah, Kate from Darling Hill. Go back and check that out if you missed that interview. That was really good. That was a few months ago. Right before Halloween, you said, right?
Yeah, and I just want to thank you guys for showcasing local artists like you do.
Oh, no. Thanks. Happy to do it.
It's really fun to sit back and watch you interview them and ask them all the questions. Like, you seem to get to the heart of the creation process, which I really think it's cool to hear and share with people.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate
He's got
that.
a nice style, right?
Yeah.
I love that.
Very smooth.
Let's give this a listen. This is Greet the Sun, Tom Russo. Tom, thanks again.
Thank you.
see what I want to see. I hear what I hear. Don't hold on, I'm still singing the same old song, dreaming the same old dream, till I come back home. And it's nothing that I haven't seen. I've been haunted by the same old dream. Comes to take my hand at night. I pray the Lord He has my life. I'm still going down the same old road, telling stories I've already told. And I'm waiting here for me to come back home. Be me, someone you can see, still dreaming every dream, till I come back home. 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 Till I come back.